right? You turn the page. The conclusion is the last paragraph. That should be the case. Fantastic. You're ready to work. Let me get back over here. So I want to talk to you guys about the 3 parts of a conclusion, why it's important, all of the good stuff, so you understand why you need to work so hard at this. So the conclusion. Why? Chandrea, do you want to read for me why? Can you read that first bullet point? You don't want to? Are you serious? Can you please? I didn't even see you yesterday. I missed you so much.
Conclusions are just as important as introductions. The conclusion closes the essay and tries to close the issue. The aim is to convince the reader that your essay has covered all the most important arguments about the issue, and that your argument is the best position on the issue.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Can we just have a round of applause? Fantastic. Okay, so I want you guys to take from here. The conclusions are just as important as introductions. We usually introduce our ideas, and that's really important because it's setting your reader up for what to expect in your essay. But in a conclusion, get your head up here. In your conclusion, this is your last piece, guys. The last chance you get to convince your reader that all of that arguing you've been doing, all of that work you did, finding evidence, reading articles, main ideas, all of your E's, everything we've been working towards, it was worth this one thing because you are so right. Your argument is the best argument. Because that's not enough. So, voice is one of our 6 traits, and this is where I really think that you guys can come through with the voice. I really do. Because this is where you can kind of let it all shine out, right? You get to tell me, this is why this is a problem. Here's what we should do about it. You're strong. You're powerful. I'll show you an example in a second. Who wants to read that second bullet? Since I don't want to pick on anybody again.
I do.
So many of you. Jagger, go for it. Quietly raising your hand. I love it. You should not present any new arguments in your conclusion. So this is a place where, guys, we are not putting any more main ideas. We're not giving another reason. We're not digging into another article and figuring out another way to write this. This is it. This is the end. You already gave me all your ideas, right? Fantastic. Okay, Star, you want to read the last one?
Spend some time on carefully reading, writing the conclusion so that you give the reader a good final impression of your essay.
Fantastic, yeah. This will probably be like the shortest, and thank you, like the shortest paragraph of our essay. Guys, really like 5-7 sentences maybe, but it is the most important. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't spend time on it. To me, I mean, it could be argued that it's not the most, but I think it's really important. How you end is very important. Like we're talking about with our movies, right? The movie ends bad, the story ends bad, you're not really interested anymore. So if your reader is reading your essay and your conclusion is just like, yeah, this is what I said, these are my 3 reasons, bye. You know, it doesn't really work. There's just no flavor. I want to see your voice in the conclusion. I want to see them all. So the 3 parts, I wrote them up here. They're on your rough draft outline. But George, can you read to me, what's that first part? You're restating the claim and the thesis. So guys, where do we find the claim and thesis? Kendra, where did we already write our claim/thesis? In our introduction. Do you guys remember that? That is the last sentence of your introduction on your outline. Let me flash over here, because my first hour had a hard time finding this again. So if you guys take a look, this is my outline. I'm on my first page, and here I've asked for your claim and your thesis. You guys remember, what's a claim? Oh, Sebastian? Yes, okay. An opinion stated as a fact. So with your claim, you're giving me your opinion stated as a fact, and then what makes it into a thesis? Stephanie, do you remember what makes that claim into a thesis? You remember? Anyone want to help Stephanie? Yasmin, do you remember what makes it a thesis? Just one more thing. No? Sebastian, I know you know. Okay. Tell us.
If it's a should not.
This should not. No.
Tell me
What? So we've made our claim, which is either one of two things, right? Homework should be assigned to students at Carson Junior High or should not. And then what do we have to say to make it a thesis?
Because.
Oh, because. So we're giving our reasons why.
Oh.
So Stephanie, what makes it a thesis? We're giving our reasons why. Thank you. Okay, so very good. I just wanted to make that clear. So you already have your claim and your thesis there. Right here, I'm just asking you, oh, I switched over. In that first part, I'm asking you to just restate it. And to restate means to just re-say it. Just write it. You could write it slightly different if you want, and like a certain number of words that are, like, so it's not just like, homework should not be assigned. Homework should not be assigned. You don't want to sound like a robot.
Homework shouldn't be.
Yeah, nice change.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can vary it up. You can say it in a kind of a different words. But as long as you're saying that thesis with your claim, that homework should or should not be assigned, and these are my reasons why. So you need to restate that again. Okay, what's that second part? The second part. Rochelle, you want to read that for us? Ooh, I can't hear you. I'm going to go over here. Okay, now try to get me to hear you. Just trying. Fantastic. Okay, so you're presenting one or two sentences, guys. I'm not asking for a whole lot that supports your claim or your thesis. So where can you find, where did you already make your arguments? Rachel, what body paragraphs did you already make your arguments in? 2, and what's the other one?
And the first one. First one.
In the first one, 1 and 2, right? You already, that's where you laid out your reasoning. And why not number 3? Kendra, what's our third one? Ooh, no, sorry. I didn't say that right. That's not your fault, it's mine. Why are we not summing up what we already said in paragraph 3? Why are we only looking at body paragraphs 1 and 2 for our summaries? You don't know?
And there's counterclaim.
Yeah, the third one's that counterclaim, right? Where we're addressing the other side. Okay.
It's a clip, pencil and an eraser. Oh, you know.
Thank you, Rachel. That's awesome. Okay, so let's move on. That final part. Rachel, do you want to talk about the final part? And not your clip eraser? I know. Do you want to tell us what's the third part of our conclusion? The eraser. I want to hear it. Can you?
Provide a general statement of how the community will benefit from following your call to action and the general warning to the consequences of not following call to action.
Okay, the call to action. Guys, the call to action. If you guys have written this whole essay, right, about why we should or should not have homework at Carson Junior High. Now what? This is where you need to think of Principal Chavez reading it, right? He's actually reading your paper. And what do you want him to do about it now? Think about it. You've been arguing against or for homework this whole time. What do you want him to do about it?
Not give homework.
Not give homework? Just totally end it?
Yeah.
What else can he do?
Ooh, words need to come out of my mouth.
Words need to come out of your mouth? She shouted out. What else could we do? What are other solutions to the homework problem as you see it? Set up, please. Huh?
Oh.
Go for it.
Oh, okay. He needs to have a meeting with the teachers and tell them that we should not have homework on a regular basis or stop homework at all times unless there's like a test. Then you need to study for that.
Okay.
Then you need to study.
I like how detailed it was. He needs to have a meeting with the teachers in order
On a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
It doesn't have to be that
Seven
detailed.
thirty.
But you see, she's asking for some sort of like action on his behalf, on the administration. She wants to change the homework policy. That works for me. Whatever you want done about this problem, you need to picture that your audience is someone like him, someone who can make a change. Because who are you writing for right now? Who's gonna read this? Like, who's your audience? No! Okay, I knew it.
The district.
Everyone's been doing this to me. And I talked about this last night with, I go to school too, and we were talking about this. Like the audience. And the audience is not just me. You have to think, what if this goes out into the world? Remember that voices competition I told you guys about yesterday? And like, if I see an essay I really like from you guys, and I'll get your permission first, but it's a really good argument, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna submit it to that voices competition. So think about, what are you trying to convince those other readers to do? Right? What do you want them to do? What's the end result of this argument? No more baby. Okay. So, that's all I'm saying. Take a look at this. Everyone has that sheet of paper. You know what I mean. Everyone has that sheet of paper in front of them, yeah? Where is it? That little half sheet?
Can you explain it?
I don't have it. Everyone have it?